at 11 minutes to 8. So she's new to the show. I had my little breakfast hug from her earlier on. Jenny Critchlow, morning you.
Morning, Trish. How are you?
I am very well indeed.
Good.
Get you on the mic. Mike! Now, you are a shaman. And teacher.
Yes.
What's that?
I love that there's a pause after that. So shaman, I got nothing to say about that. Well, really, shaman would be the main title I go by. And shaman means really someone who sees the unseen or sees in the darkness. And it has lots of amazing and magical connotations to it that people have. Absolutely.
What, you see dead people?
No, I promise you, I'm the least psychic person.
Okay, right.
I haven't got any supernatural skills and really normal. And that's kind of my thing, is that in this field that I work in, whatever you want to call anyone working in this field, nobody is doing anything you can't learn to do for yourself.
Honestly.
And this is why it comes into all this well-being and all this mental health, is that we tend to see other people as either better than us, more special than us, more knowledgeable than us, coping better than us, and inside we're all cringing a little bit that we're not quite living up.
And that's what a shaman does.
Well, really, the word shaman sounds really magical and wonderful. Yeah. Actually, what it is, shamanic work, well, actually, it's a way of getting it's a tool for your toolbox. It's a way of getting your really busy mental head filled with thoughts out the way and letting that much quieter subconscious talk to you.
Honestly.
Honestly.
Now, this is where I'm a bit interested. We will get to your papers in just a moment. I did the silence a couple of years ago. I did this silent retreat. I know. I can't believe
well
I did
done,
it.
Trish.
But to be honest, and I'm not going to get too deep, but at the beginning I thought, what's this load of nonsense? Because they take your phone off you. I was stuck in a monastery, for goodness, in Conway. But honestly, on day 3, something happened in the stillness where I just started to, think about things, deep things. So I really am. A couple of years ago, I'd be like, shaman, what are you talking about, Jenny? Hello. But actually, when you're still, you get to really know your inner self.
You do. I think the most important thing as someone who does a reasonable amount of silent retreat is that what happens is you often implode in on yourself.
Yes, I did. I definitely imploded.
Yeah. You notice that actually your thoughts in your head are mad. Name me one useful thought you've had today.
I need to sort out my fitness.
Yeah. Is that useful?
No, it's
While
not.
sitting here, what is?
Exactly.
And so our minds go left, right and centre. You know what? We can be doing the ironing and fall out with 5 different people before we've finished.
Absolutely.
5 people that aren't there.
Definitely.
May not even be with us on this plane.
Well, this is it.
And we're still cross with them.
This is it. Yes, you're right. Let's go to your papers. It's fascinating. We could talk about this for ages.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I need to hear you on Sandra Godley's show, Upbeat. I think you need more time with the mental care that you're talking about. Let's talk about your first story in the Mirror.
It's in the Mirror. And the headline is, 1 patient every 45 minutes is hurt by stressed medics, which I think is a really potent thing to look at. I mean, really, very basically, if we're not allowing the people that we ask to look after us, we're not allowing them the time and the space to look after themselves, then we're going to expect not only these kinds of things to happen, but to not understand that doctors aren't an amorphous whole. It's not one person called a doctor. It's millions and millions of people juggling.
So is the idea that we need to be thinking more about the medics who are helping us because they indeed are stressed?
Yes. And overworked. Absolutely overworked. Yeah,
it is.
Without a doubt.
The voice you're hearing, Jenny Critchlow, I'm going to call you, it's hard to explain, a counsellor, so to speak.
I'm not a counsellor at all, because that implies I have qualifications I don't have. I'm really sorry. There you go, you've got to say it so many times.
I'm going to say it. Let's go to your next story, the Cogtown.
Oh, Coventry Telegraph. This is so lovely. This is Newcastle University, and they're offering a chance as part of their student health and well-being for people to borrow a dog called Bessie and walk it round the park. Which brings us to a couple of things that we really know about health and well-being, which is exercise and nature and animals and walking. What it doesn't tell us, and this is one of the things I'm passionate about teaching, is that what the reason it works, the reason nature works, the reason animal works, is it is present. Animals are present, they don't think. Nature is present, it doesn't think. And most of our suffering, the majority of our suffering lives in our thought. What is wrong with this now moment that isn't a thought?
And of course, being Mental Health Day today, it's very relevant that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
My mum's always said, for goodness sakes, Trish, stop stressing. Enjoy now. Enjoy today.
Well, stress is resisting what is. That's it. The only thing you know for a fact right now is me, this room, these microphones. If you turn around, you can see a bit outside. That's it. Everything else is in your head. Everything. And you get a choice. We have a choice about what we think about and a choice about what we allow in our minds.
Okay, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is it. I need you as my daily motivator.
I'll do that. That's no problem. It's a bit early.
Well, no, yeah, it's fine. We'll sort out some agreement. Let's go to your next story, which is in the Express. A boatload of people in New South Wales are doing what?
They are watching a whale calf breaching and playing, and it's sort of similar in some ways to the same message of the dog in the park. Is that these people are raptured and rocking a boat almost to the side to watch this animal play. And there's two really amazing things going on here. Is one, this animal is present by choice, and these people are truly present in the moment. I doubt any of them are stressing about whether or not they get on with their best friend or whether they've done all the ironing or whether or not they're worried about work.
Just enjoying what they're
seeing. They
seeing
are thoughtless and present, and that is where it lies.
Although I have to say, Jenny, if I was watching a whale in the sea, the one thing that would be on my mind is, it's going to turn the boat over. I'm going to be stressed. I'll be the first one to die.
Okay, Trish, you're going to be one of my projects. Really, we can do that. That's catastrophizing. It's sitting in the future, not real. And then think about it. Your body responds that whatever you think, each cell believes it and responds.
Okay, well, let me do that now. Hold on a minute. I believe I look like Halle Berry. I believe I look like
Oh
Halle
my
Berry.
God, you changed just in front of my eyes. That's awesome. How did you do that?
You cheeky
You're a real
sausage.
magic person.
I wish. Let's go to your next story in the Daily Mail. Now they are still hunting for this winner. This winner of the lottery, 170 million quid. They've not come forward.
Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they know my secret. So, okay, don't we all know intellectually all the studies that say a year later, no one's any happier once they've won the lottery. Money doesn't buy you happiness. It can buy you some choice, don't get me wrong, and there's lots of things about having money that's nice. But what we think secretly is, yeah, it might not bring you happiness, but give it to me,
and
I'll be
happy.
fine. I'll do it. Stupid people not feeling happier. When actually, you know what? Life comes incrementally, lessons come incrementally, and patience and allowing life to unfold is really where our presence and our calmness is. And big events knock us sideways, and 170 million is a big event.
I mean, they've said that they know this person has won the ticket, but they haven't released the name or the person hasn't come forward. I mean, to be honest, even though I've been laughing all week saying I'd love to win 170 million quid, I would absolutely, let me think of a word that I can use on the radio. I would be incredibly scared. I'd be petrified to win that much money because literally, I mean, you're there, aren't you? You're in the public eye. Everyone, the world and his dog, is going to ask you for money. Your family's at risk because they could be kidnapped because people need money. You're right, it's a scary prospect.
And you can keep it a secret, but then that's a big secret to keep. You know, you can't hide you've come into a lot of money, I doubt, unless you give it away and then people know you've given it away.
Yes.
It's really is that the fundamentals of humans is that we think at some point in the future something will happen so that we can relax and feel better. And future moments don't exist. Only now exists.
Okay, do you know what? Honestly, only now exists.
Only now exists. The rest's in your head.
Okay, well, let's talk about what's in the headlines now, Jenny, which is all about the Chief Medical Officer in England, Professor Dame Sally Davis. She's called for a ban on eating and drinking on local public transport to tackle obesity in children. We've been asking this morning, what do you think? Is a ban a good idea, or is it a bit of a balmy plan? What do you think?
Well, what line? What if you're diabetic and you need some sugar? You know, there's a point at which you might have to look at the sensible side of this. But really, where I'm looking at it is that we keep thinking that rules and fear will change people in their habits, and we change nothing through fear.
Yeah, well,
Good decisions, healthy decisions, come from a sense of value within.
Absolutely.
And we look after what we value.
Okay, well, Paul has been in touch. Morning, Paul, in Fosel. He says it comes to something when people are worried about people eating on a bus. We should be more worried about the homeless. We should ban mobile phones on buses. I don't think it will tackle obesity. We need to change people's eating habits. But I don't think you should tell people what they can and can't eat. I suppose you'd agree with him.
Neither do you not agree nor disagree. I just tend to try and see it as it is, which is it doesn't work. Is if it worked, it would have worked. If the healthy eating message just worked, it would work on us all. Actually, what we're looking at fundamentally from every headline we've looked at today, from the stress doctors to whether you can eat to whether you watch a whale, is that it's the inside that changes, not the outside. And when the inside changes, the whole world looks different whether you like it or not.
Okay, do you know, sir, I could listen to you all day, you shaman, shaman. I didn't know what shaman was until I met you. Tom, meet a shaman.
Hi, Tom.
Mr. C looks very different in real life.
I know,
doesn't he?
I'm wearing feathers, everybody.
Yeah. When I was growing up and bought Boss Drummers, the first album, I didn't imagine that this is what it would turn out to be.
I know,
but,
being in the charts fun.
Yeah, but these are good, you see. You have his vision.
Lordy. Jenny,
Sorry,
thank you very much for coming in. Oh, sorry about Tom Cook. But incredibly interesting. Don't you just love people that make you just see things a bit differently? Thanks very much, Jenny. I'm sure you'll be in again. We'll return to our top story this morning. The wave is here.
From the centre of the UK City of Culture 2021. This is BBC Coventry and Warwickshire.
Yes,